On the news this morning, President Buhari restates shoot-at-sight directive of anyone illegally using AK-47s and other assault weapons. Police detained NSCDC official who shot dead bus driver in Port Harcourt. 9 Finima indigents critically injured after hired hoodlums attacked peaceful protesters. Federal government declares Monday public holiday. In sports, Euros 2020 begins today. On the foreign scene, US condemns Twitter ban, asks for reversal. I am Ifiemi Andrew. President Muhammadu Buhari has sworn that his administration will act firmly and decisively against any person fomenting or carrying out attacks on police force and other security personnel. President Buhari said this during the handover of security equipment by Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu to the Lagos State Police Command. He restated his directive to security agencies to shoot anyone illegally using AK-47s and other assault weapons.
There is no doubt that this equipment being handed over today will go a long way in boosting the morale of the police and further enhance their capacity to fight crime and combat criminality. This is even more touching in the light of the unwarranted violence that ensued in the wake of the NSAS protests last October.
Also speaking, the Inspector General of Police Usman Baba Alkali appealed to other state governments to emulate Lagos State in supporting the police to tackle crime.
The donation, which covers important security and policing equipment, is coming at the right time and well certainly when the police and other security agencies need help. The state government has continued to provide unique and innovative models for funding and supporting security operations in the state. It is our hope that other state governments will key into some of these initiatives.
The Minister of Transportation, Chibike Amechi, says the federal government is prepared to devote adequate resources towards ensuring safety in the maritime sector. Amechi stated this on Thursday during the launch of the Integrated National Security and Waterways Protection Infrastructure, also known as the Deep Blue Project. He said the project represents a comprehensive enhancement of Nigeria's maritime security capabilities, which is intended to curb piracy, robbery, kidnapping, oil theft, smuggling, and illegal trafficking of drugs and persons, amongst other crimes.
This project is not that of Amechi, neither is it the Master's project. This is about Nigeria's ability to secure its future by exercising sovereignty over its territorial waters, protect maritime trade in the Gulf of Guinea, and position the country for the post-oil economy. Even if others don't understand, the Nigerian elite must understand and appreciate the idea of national interest. The contract for the Deep Blue project was signed on the 27th of July 2017 between the Federal Ministry of Transportation and Homeland Security International as HLSI, with the master as the discharge agency.
The NSCDC official who shot dead a bus driver along NTA Road in Port Harcourt on Tuesday is now in police custody. The Rivers State Commissioner of Police, Ebuka Friday, made this known during a stakeholders meeting with leaders of the civil society organizations, youth organizations, Nigeria Bar Association, media, and opinion leaders in Port Harcourt on Thursday. CP Friday said witnesses have also come forward.
The issue of the death of the driver at Shoba, the civil defense man asked the man to park where to leave where he was parking. There was argument between the two of them. I don't know what happened. The civil defense man threw a gun, a rifle, and fired it. That was going to the end. That was on the extreme. No matter the provocation, you must try and control yourself when you are bearing arms. But I want to assure you that the civil defense man is already, this is CID, is in the cell already cooling down. And the case fire has been compiled to get to the roots. And I want to assure everybody that the person who fires somebody and kills somebody will not go unpunished.
Record that the killing of the bus driver led to a 2-day protest which caused heavy traffic on the NTA and Boba axis. The CP also said the police would not condone the disruption of the peace in the state on June 12, Democracy Day. He advised groups planning to hold any rally on Democracy Day to apply to the police for adequate security to prevent it from being hijacked by hoodlums.
To rub minds and two ways together. to ensure that River State remains peaceful, like it has grown. We are all aware that June 12 is around the corner, and I will know what it means to Nigerians. We know the genesis of June 12. Report reaching us indicates that some miscreants intend to create something else out of June 12. We are having the feelers that miscreants are trying to make trouble. That is why I felt it necessary to invite youths of this state to come together with us to rub minds that we avert such development in this state. I'm aware that all the people here present have good intentions for the state.
Our correspondent reports that participants urged the police to ensure the rights of citizens who come out for rallies or procession on June 12 Democracy Day are not violated. As you may know, some groups plan to protest bad governance, insecurity, among other issues on Saturday. 9 natives of Finima in Bonny local government area have been critically injured after a peaceful protest of the community was disrupted by hired hoodlums. Our correspondent reports that the people of Finima blocked the entrance of the industrial area of NLNG, demanding, among other things, recognition and to be accorded the status of host community by the company. But few hours into the peaceful protest, hoodlums attacked the Finima people at the NLNG roundabout to stop Finima people from protesting. 2 victims of the attack spoke to newsmen from their hospital bed.
I saw some persons at that roundabout running. People were running. So I was in the vehicle, so people were running. So at that point, I could not go to anywhere because they were approaching me. Unknown to me that some were behind me too. So before I knew it, they started hitting me with woods and other weapons in their hands. I fell down. They are from Bonny because I was able to recognize 3 persons among them.
I'm an indigenous of Finima community. Today, Finima community was carrying out a very peaceful protest in LNG premises. Some hoodlums gathered themselves. They came with arms, machetes and sticks with nails on them. They started attacking us. Before I could just get across the roundabout, that was where they gave me this cut, the machete cut.
Also, a stakeholder from the Finima community, Dagogo Lambert Brown, who condemned the attack, said the protest has nothing to do with chieftaincy and kingdom issues.
This matter has nothing to do with kingdom. It has nothing to do with the chieftaincy family. Finima people are only requesting what they deserve as host community to NLNG. Unwarranted interception from Bonny came in the name of kingdom to disrupt our peaceful demonstration with NLNG. It has resulted to a lot of maim, to our people destruction. A lot of our people are right now at critical CTU in hospitals. One person from the Finima clinic right now is being rushed to the LNG critical center right now in the LNG clinic.
Earlier, some of the protesters gave reasons why Finima community staged a peaceful protest at the NLNG industrial area.
We are here because we are tired with our tenant NLNG. We are tired because they have refused to obey the law of the land as per the Logic Act of 2010 that clearly define host community and host community rights. To respect the law, they are violating the law of Nigeria.
We want our rights. We want them to recognize us as the host community. We have doctorate degree holders. We have master's degree holders that are cleaners in NLNG. Is it supposed to be?
We're not asking for too much. What impact have they made on the land, the people that gave them the land? Even the CCG document, to implement it is a problem. Then what else do you think we can get from them as a company?
This is about our right as owners of the land. In Bonny Kingdom, lands are owned by families. Lands are owned by families. There is no collective ownership of land. It's owned by families.
Correspondent Sebiruwari reports that more than 7 vehicles, 10 lock-up shops in the area were destroyed by the hoodlums. Moving on, lawyers in Port Harcourt are happy to return to work following the suspension of the 2-month-old national strike by judiciary workers. Our correspondent was at the River State Judiciary Complex where he spoke to some lawyers.
We are not comfortable staying home because our work affects the society and impacts to the society with regards to justice delivery. But there are a lot of people whose matter would have been dispensed before now, but as a result of the strike, they have suffered setback of justice delivery.
We appreciate the fact that all stakeholders intervened and the strike was called off, not minding the fact that we are still hoping that the issue of judicial autonomy will be fully addressed.
Primarily, this is our major source of income, and of course, being absent from court wasn't a good one. And it's not an issue that ordinarily we should even have anticipated embarking on strike. I'm talking about the judiciary workers now. It's just for the state governors to adhere strictly to the provisions of the Constitution.
Meanwhile, the Rivers State Justice Chairman Anthony Nwachukwu has asked workers to return to work on Tuesday next week.
On Tuesday, we received a notice of an emergency next meeting in Abuja, and we quickly hurried down to Abuja. In that National Executive Council meeting, a lot of things were raised, issues were raised. One of those issues is that based on the intervention of NJC, that is National Judicial Council, and other stakeholders, the National Executive Council resolved to suspend the strike. Based on that, I'm advising every judiciary worker in Rivers State to resume work next week Tuesday. The strike has been suspended.
Some retired civil servants from Rivers State Electoral Commission (RISEC) have called on Governor Nyesom Wike to take advantage of the celebration of his 6 years in office to pay them their retirement benefits. Some of them at the Rivers State Secretariat Complex told our correspondent that they have written several letters to the RISEC office.
Our secretary told us that the file has come or later has gone to the head of service up to today, on Monday. We went to the RISEC office. He was showing us a letter that he sent there since August last year. Today, no response. I don't know what is holding that. Wike should come to our aid for this so that we should not all perish. Because right from 2019, I retired 2017, up to that period of 2019-2020, when the COVID-19 was too high. That's how we are suffering. Nothing. Our file have not even reached the main place.
They also spoke on how they barely get by with the high cost of living.
We are the pensioners. See how we dey suffer. This making 6 years, we are never receiving. We are the pensioner for research because of pension distinction we came here for.
Somebody that have been working and now you are not working. You go to market, things are skyrocketing every day. How do you think we look like? Because I cannot afford the payment house rent in Port Harcourt. I was living at LTA area, but now transfer myself to Echi. I start working 2005, and this is the first people that retired.
Immediately they retire and they driver there. Not quite 1 month, I get an accident with my own car. Little savings where I did, I take and bury the person. If you go to my store, it's clear. Nothing are they doing. Me, I retired in 2015.
Still ahead, Burna Boy receives his Grammy Award. Stay tuned. The federal government has declared Monday public holiday to mark this year's Democracy Day celebration. The Minister of Interior, Ralph Argbeshola, made this known in a statement on Thursday. The National Broadcasting Commission (NBC) has asked all social media platforms and online broadcasting service providers in Nigeria to apply for a broadcast license. The NBC Director General Armstrong Idajaba gave the directive in a newspaper advertorial published yesterday. Mr. Idajaba said in the advertorial that the NBC Establishment Code empowers the Commission to ask the companies to be licensed. In entertainment, Burna Boy has received his Grammy Award, which was delivered to him on Thursday. On an Instagram post, Burna Boy said while his sisters promised their parents good results, he promised them a Grammy, which he has delivered. He won the Grammy Award in the Best Global Music Album category at the 2021 Grammy Awards with his Twice as Tall album. In sports, Euro 2020 starts today. The competition keeps its name even though it was delayed for a year because of the COVID-19 pandemic. It will now run from 11th of June to 11th of July 2021 across 11 countries. The tournament kicks off with Italy versus Turkey in Rome on Friday, 11th June, and concludes with the final at Wembley in London on Sunday, 11th July.
And now, we'll bring you news from around the world.
The United States has condemned the continuous suspension of Twitter in Nigeria and the threats to arrest and prosecute those who still use Twitter. In a statement, the U.S. Department of State spokesperson Ned Price says it is concerned that the NBC has asked all TV and radio broadcasters to stop using Twitter. The U.S. Department of State asked the federal government to respect the rights of Nigerians to freedom of expression by reversing the ban. Meanwhile, U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria Mary Beth Leonard says banning Twitter is not the best response to the government's misgivings about Twitter.
I think that the U.S. has made it abundantly clear that we oppose restrictions on freedom of expression, including on social media. Social media is an important element of everybody's ability to seek and receive and impart information, and it's undermining of Nigerians' human rights and fundamental freedoms. At the same time, I think we should be very clear that the United States does not believe that any government should sit idly by insofar as people are engaging in online hate speech. I think where we differ is that the response to that is not banning social media.
On the news this morning, you heard that President Muhammadu Buhari has restated his shoot-at-sight directive of anyone illegally using AK-47s and other assault weapons.